Coming up on Mountain News this morning, an Eastern Kentucky school opens its doors for students who need help dealing with the tragic death of a 16-year-old boy. And those involved with a group in Corbin meant to help people of different ethnicities. Feels comfortable, prepares to take part in their first in-person meeting after the pandemic.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Calfee. We are coming up on 5 a.m. on June 20th. Now let's check in with meteorologist Shane Smith for a look at your forecast this morning. Now Shane, I noticed when I was driving in there was some patchy fog out there and still some wet roads. What can we expect for the rest of the day?
Oh, more of the same, Olivia. We're going to continue to deal with the fog over the next several hours, and more rain is on the way. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on right now on Pinpoint Doppler, and we're tracking one renegade shower right now, mainly down into portions of Leslie County, especially the northern half of the county and up near Buckhorn Lake. That's also extending into the eastern half of Clay County. You can see there from Big Creek back over to Hyden, up towards Buckhorn. Pretty decent little shower falling this morning. That's the only big one locally, but we will see more showers roll through over the next several hours. We go out to the bigger picture of the satellite and radar over the last 12 hours, and you can see we've got that area of low pressure spinning right on top of us. Notice how everything now going from east to west, kind of backwards from normal, and that's because that area of low pressure is centered just off to our south. So we're going to see our weather coming from the opposite direction of what it normally does today, and I am expecting more of those showers and storms that you can see down in portions of the Carolinas and Virginia to head our way later on this morning. As Olivia mentioned, there is some patchy dense fog out there, especially here around Hazard. Here's a look outside the WYMT studio right now, and you can see plenty of fog in the hills. Temperatures into the 60s, 63 right now in Hazard, 64 down in Jonesville, 61Y, 67 over in London, 67 also for Jackson and Ashland, 64 in Prestonsburg right now. And as you head out the door, you definitely want the umbrella, as off and on showers and storms will be the name of the game. Also, temperatures remain well below average, only topping out in the upper 70s, and the forecast turns even cooler for tomorrow. We'll have more on that here in a few minutes, Olivia.
All right, thank you, Shane. School is out for the summer in many Kentucky districts, but the doors of one Eastern Kentucky high school will be open this week to help students in another kind of way. Grief counselors will be available at Magoffin County High School. That's after the death of a 16-year-old Saturday. Officials say Sam Wagers drowned at Paintsville Lake. WYMT's Phil Pendleton tells us how he is being remembered.
The hallways of Magoffin County High School may not seem as bright when students return this fall. Of the 400 who attend here, one was Sam Wagers, who died in a drowning accident on Saturday.
He was just one of those students who could just brighten your day. He was fun to have around.
The 16-year-old was swimming in Paintsville Lake when officials say he drowned. The accident happened Saturday, and word quickly spread through social media of what had happened.
We're in that position now as a school to where we're on summer break. So that connectivity with our students is not there right now. We're not finding out news the way we would find out during a school year.
Sam was called Sambo by his friends. The principal, Brian Conley, says he was fun-loving and had a bright future ahead of him.
It's a message for all of us that those whom we love, those whom we care about, we need to make sure that that is conveyed regularly to those people. We don't know how long we may have.
In 7 years, Magoffin County High School has dealt with student deaths about a half dozen times. Many of them were the result of accidents.
It's always a fresh wound for us. There's always sadness, there's always shock, there's always heartbreak, and there's always the need to make sure we're caring for the people who need to be cared for.
Despite schools typically closed for the summer, these doors will be open for whoever needs counselors to help them. In Magoffin County, Phil Pendleton, WYMT Mountain News.
Visitation services will be held at 6 p.m. on Friday at Ivy 10 Baptist Church, and funeral services are set for 1 p.m. Saturday at the same location. Foul play is suspected after a body was found in Floyd County on Sunday. Kentucky State Police is investigating after the body of Amber Spradlin was found in a home on Arkansas Creek in the Martin community. The 39-year-old is being remembered by her community as a giving and loving friend to all as they search for justice for Amber since investigators believe she was murdered.
But it's just been horrible.
Somebody could do this to a sweet girl like Amber.
She was so naive.
A Facebook page has already been created to gather support as Spradlin's loved ones wait for answers. A Lexington man is behind bars after police say he tried to burn down a historic building last week. The incident happened around 4 a.m. last Thursday as the security system was set off at the Mary Todd Lincoln House on West Main Street in Lexington. Lexington police say a 30-year-old Santosh Sharma unlawfully entered the property through the back gate, which set off the alarm. When police arrived, they say they caught Sharma pouring gasoline on the back of the house with a lighter in his pocket and a hammer in his hand.
Even if he had gotten further along in his process, we have a security system, we have an active fire system, so I'm confident that long-lasting harm wouldn't have come to the building.
Police had Sharma in handcuffs less than 1 hour after they say the crime was committed. He is charged with menacing because police say he brandished the hammer, placing the officer in harm's way, criminal trespassing, and second-degree arson. In the 1920s, Corbin was known as a sundown town, meaning that it was predominantly white on purpose. But for several years, city leaders and community members have worked to ensure people of other ethnicities feel welcomed and safe within the region. The Sun Up initiative began in Corbin as a way to educate people on the racial injustices that have happened in the area and to ensure history does not repeat itself. The group hosts monthly meetings but will host its first in-person meeting post-COVID today.
We've done community conversations, book clubs, film screenings. We have monthly meetings that anyone's welcome to attend where we talk about different projects that can kind of create spaces for constructive conversations about race in the community.
The Sun Up initiative meeting will take place at the Corbin Library from 5:30 to 7 p.m. Thanks for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. Coming up next, as the country sees a jump in car thefts, it seems a large number of them may never be seen again. We'll tell you why in just a few minutes.
And we continue to track more rounds of showers and storms heading towards the mountains. We'll break down when you can expect the rain on the other side of the break.